welcome to the Honestly Noted podcast.
We're really happy to be here.
It's a good podcast. It's the best podcast
And
we have ever heard.
we love Anna.
Love so much. It's good. And we love it.
Was that good?
Alright, hey guys, welcome back to the Honestly Noted podcast, the #1 podcast in the world. This is episode 5. Today I am here with
Emma Oland.
And Sydney Scott.
Woo! Damn kids unite. Alright.
Right off the bat.
Guys, it is officially October. No more of this September shizzle dizzle. The leaves are changing. How do we feel?
Personally, very excited. Fall is my favorite season, hands down. I definitely say that spring's my favorite during spring, but now that we're here in October, I can comfortably say that I love fall.
Agree. Yeah, I like spring the most, but fall is definitely my second favorite because I get tired of the heat during summer. I feel like a white girl every time fall comes around, but it's okay. I love fall. Got a chai latte the other day. I don't even like coffee.
You just do it because it's
Literally, I was like, oh my god, it's fall. Like, I'm gonna go to Starbucks and get a chai latte.
Their chai lattes aren't even chai, it's like water.
Yeah, I
So,
had it and I was like, this
They kind of
honestly
hit,
isn't
though.
good.
Gonna be honest.
Valid.
It's interesting because I feel like with September, it's such a busy month for people in school, out of school, just because everybody's getting their schedules ready. For you guys, does it feel like moving into fall, do you feel like you've got your schedules kind of planned out, or are you still in the process of figuring it out?
I mean, I don't know. I think whenever something starts, like with school starting and like whatever, that's when I'm like at my best with scheduling things, and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna do my homework early and like get ahead on things. So I don't know. I've like started out being pretty good with stuff like that, but I think as time goes on, I'm not gonna keep up with that.
It'll gradually get worse.
Yeah.
We'll gradually procrastinate a little bit more.
College apps.
Yep. Oh boy.
I feel like I was never really into fall except for like Halloween. But I mean,
Hater.
I remember like as a kid I would jump into like a pile of leaves and I'd be like, wow, there are so many bugs in here.
It's part of the fun.
Yeah.
It's the experience.
Embrace it.
They had a smell though, like the pile of like wet, soggy, bug-filled leaves that you jump into.
Yeah, but I don't know, I like the idea of fall and I like what people kind of do to prepare, like even if they are drinking those types of drinks. So guys, what kind of music are you listening to right now? Do you feel like music is seasonal, like even if it's a song that's not already seasonal?
For sure. Fall is its own genre for me, I think. Every year, every single fall, it's its own Spotify playlist.
No, yeah, I made a playlist of just like songs that make me think of fall. I don't know, sometimes I just hear a song and I'm like, oh, this is such like a fall song.
See, this is why I had them on. I had a really good feeling that you guys are the type of people to have those kinds of playlists.
What's that supposed to mean?
Same bad. I had the same thing, but I was like, I just have, like, you have a vibe, you're like, wait, you guys are fall people.
I'm gonna take that as a compliment.
Yeah.
I think that's a
I've
compliment.
actually been told that before, that like out of all the seasons,
It's
out of all of the seasons, I remind people of fall and I don't really know why, and they don't
a good
explain
thing.
why.
dead leaves.
Yeah!
Guys, look at our cups. It's fall, y'all.
It's fall, y'all.
Yeah.
I have water in here, actually.
I think we all have cold drinks in here.
Cold.
I have an iced Red Bull spritzer in here.
It's fall, y'all.
It's very displeasing. Okay. So what kinds of songs do you think would be considered fall type?
I don't know. I think just any song that's like kind of like I've been listening to a lot of like folk music recently. Just like
sick. Yeah.
nice like
It's definitely the fall
slow
vibe, I think.
acoustic.
Do you have like a song in mind?
Called Sarah Minor by Keaton Henson.
Brings me physical pain.
Yeah, but like it's a good
In
pain.
a good way.
It's such a good
It
song.
brings you physical.
That's my fall song this year, I think.
Yeah, I've been listening to Mood Ring Baby by Field Medic.
Yeah, we also went to a Phoebe Bridgers concert at the end of the
Oh
summer,
my
so I think like
God,
Phoebe
dude.
Bridgers has started to bleed into my fall playlists here and there.
There's only one song that like screams fall to me, and it's "What a Time" by Julia Michaels. Yeah, there's also leaves in the song cover.
There's the connection.
I do kind of think that some music is seasonal, or it doesn't remind me of like a specific season, but I feel like it's more appropriate to listen to it during, Like October, November for me is more like reflective indie music. Like even if I'm not sad, I'm like, no, this is
This is what we're doing.
Yeah, I'm sad now. I had such an abrupt change from like my summer playlist to my fall playlist. No, literally, we went from like Cage the Elephant and Paramore straight into sad, so heart-wrenchingly horrible.
That transition, the minute the leaves start to fall, it's just downhill from there.
Okay,
In a
no,
good
that's
way.
not music-wise.
Music-wise.
Just music-wise.
Emma is depressed.
Fun fact.
Honestly noted.
Honestly, noted. Whoa. Like we were all off key, but that was cool.
This is why we are in band.
Oh, at least we are a band. Like,
We are.
we're a
Yeah,
band.
You didn't know? You didn't know that we're in a band?
it's kind of weird, but if I listen to too much music, I will get physically tired. Like it doesn't matter if it's a happy song or if, like literally if I'm not dancing, I'm just chilling. Like I have to take a break because I'm just like tired.
I guess I can understand that though. I don't know. I just like go into like the depths of Spotify for a few hours and eventually I'm like, oh, what am I even listening to
What's
anymore?
happening?
The people who have Apple Music,
Yeah, sorry guys.
Losers.
How do you like reflect on your music choices throughout the year if you
Spotify
don't have a
Wrapped,
Spotify
man.
Wrapped? I change my music taste just to fit what I want to see on my Spotify Wrapped.
that's hilarious.
You gotta.
I listen to a song and I'm like, man, this is really going to negatively impact my Spotify Wrapped this year.
Flowrider.
We listened to Low by
Flo
Flo
Rida.
Rida a lot this
my
year.
God.
And I'm really just kind of hoping and praying that it's not on my top 5.
I'm gonna edit something so it looks like it's on your top 5. Alright, so guys, today we're also gonna be unboxing a very popular conversation deck from
We're not really strangers.
We're Not Really Strangers.
Yay.
Woo!
Yeah.
I remember seeing that brand on TikTok, and I think they got really big there because they had like some kind of sweatshirt they made go viral. But I really like the company. Like they stand for a lot of good stuff. They stand for good communication and just kind of support.
Yeah, I've seen them a lot, like on Instagram and stuff. I feel like I always see like people reposting like random quotes that they post, and like I feel like a lot of the time like random quotes on Instagram are kind of like dumb and like
Yeah.
no one like that did not resonate with anyone. But I feel like this
Yeah.
But like We're Not Really Strangers, that account, like the things they post and say, like actually I feel have depth to them. Like
For sure, yeah.
I've read some things and been like, oh wow, like yeah, that's a good point, or like that's true, and like it's actually like genuine, and I don't know. It's a good account.
Yeah. And I feel like too, like just the way that they emphasize good communication, like that's super important. I've been learning more about SEL in schools, which is social emotional learning. So learning more about the student and not like stressing so much on their academic success, but like making sure that their well-being is like being maintained and supported. And like I had some questions. Somebody asked me the other day, like if you could teach one subject, like a new subject, what would you teach? And I was like, wait a second. I would honestly have like a communications class, but like for like maybe like elementary or whatever, because I feel like it shouldn't have to be where you have to be in your 20s to learn good communication skills and to maintain and create like healthy relationships. Yeah. So we're gonna unbox this thing.
It's like 30 feet away. Okay.
So what's gonna happen is we're gonna each take turns drawing a card. There are 3 levels in the deck. I think each level is just gets deeper. Sydney, do you want to start?
Sure.
Each person's gonna draw a card, read the question, and then we'll all answer it. We're gonna start with level 1.
Level 1, perception. What was your first impression of me?
I met Sydney in 4th grade at our friend's birthday party. I remember we both actually didn't really like each other because we were like both friends with this person whose birthday party we were at, and we were like,
I really don't remember hating Emma that much. Like, I think it was a one-sided thing.
okay. I was like, oh, I want to be better friends with them. Like, I don't want Sydney to be a better friend. I was a very jealous kid. I don't know. We just met at a birthday party, and I thought you were fun, and we were like just messing around and being really stupid. We're pretty easily like friends. Like I feel like the minute we like met through a mutual friend, it was pretty easy to like connect and like be friends or whatever. Love you.
My first impression of Sydney, we actually played soccer.
I remember that. No, I was talking about that with my mom the other day.
Yeah.
We were going through all my drawers and I found my little like 5-year-old. So no, I have the picture. And I was like, oh my gosh.
Oh my god.
like, that's the person I'm doing the podcast with. She's like, what?
I don't think I really had like a bad impression of you. I just remember in elementary, sometimes we would run around in circles and act like fairies.
We would pretend to be birds.
Yeah, we were really
We
good
like
birds.
would make a nest in the back of the playground.
I think you can cut that part.
Nah, I'm gonna zoom in.
We actually still pretend that we're birds.
All right, Emma, do you want to draw the second?
Number 2, connection. What are you more afraid of, failure or success, and why?
Damn, okay. Why would you be afraid of success?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I'm confused
That's a
on.
strange question.
Wait, what was the question?
It was, are you more afraid of failure or success?
Emma, what do you think of that?
I feel like success isn't something that you would fear. I mean, I guess I could see like someone being scared of like having too much success and then like not caring about things they need to care about, I guess.
I feel like there's a certain insecurity that comes with success. I don't know, maybe it's just me, maybe this is a personal thing, but whenever something's going really good or like I see it as successful, I always think like, oh, well, what am I doing wrong? Like there must be something wrong with this. Like I couldn't actually be this successful, or like it couldn't be this perfect.
Yeah, if things are going super good,
Yeah.
it's like something's gonna
Something's
happen.
gotta happen.
No, yeah, that is interesting. I kind of struggled with fear of failure for a long time. But also, like, it was equal to wanting to be successful in the way that I knew that if I achieved this or did this or whatever, the expectations would be higher.
Yeah, I also feel like a fear of success wouldn't exist without a fear of failure.
Yeah.
Because it's the fear of failure that's keeping you afraid of success. So
I think when it's, like, too associated with, like, your sense of worth, that's when it becomes kind of
I agree.
Yeah.
risque.
Little
I would draw the third. Level 3.
level 3.
Level 3, reflection. Why do you think we met?
Did the universe bring us together?
That was a lame question.
Yeah.
Hey, I know we can work with this question.
I don't know. I mean,
They're
sometimes
bullshitting right now.
No, we're not.
They're like, well, we needed some kind of diversity in the community. And
one of like the 5 Asians in our area.
I feel like I tell Emma about like literally everything that's happening in my life. And if I hadn't have met Emma, then I mean I'm sure I'd have people to talk to, but it wouldn't quite be the same. Also, we've like met other friend groups like through each other, and so I probably wouldn't have that same connection if I'd never gotten close with Emma.
that is always like interesting. Like I feel like they have certain movies out there where it's like the most significant people in like your life, like friends, whoever. Like if you didn't meet them, would you still have some sort of like relation to them later on? Like would you still interact with them or encounter them?
No, yeah, there's definitely like people that like I have known, and it's kind of interesting to think about the fact that like I knew this person, but I didn't like connect with them until later, and it's interesting.
And they end up being really cool the whole time.
And it's like interesting to think like, oh, what if I just like made more of an effort to like get to know them or like get closer with them sooner, and like how different would things be?
Do you guys believe in like fate when like people are in your life for a reason?
Honestly,
Sure, yeah.
Yeah. I
do?
mean, like, I'm not the biggest, like, I'm not, like, religious or, like, whatever. But sometimes I'm, like, I don't know, like, I feel like some things happen for a reason to an extent. And, like, the people that just, like, happen to be in my life, like, I met Sydney through a mutual friend at a birthday party. And, like, these people, like, friends that I have in my life that we just, like, happen to be in the same place at the same time and be able to connect. Like, I think maybe there's like a reason for that because like they're such important people to me.
I'm gonna be honest, I feel like I don't, like, personally, I don't have a whole lot of things I regret. Like, I don't have a whole lot of relationships with people or, like, friendships, things like that. Like, I don't look back and I'm like, man, I wish I did this, or I wish I didn't do this. Because I feel like at one point, like, it all makes sense.
Oh, that's a good way to put it.
Yeah. So I don't know if that's fate or whatever that is, but to me, it makes sense.
Nice. I don't think people necessarily come into your life for a reason. Like, I kind of understand why things are, like, meant to be, like, time-wise or anything. But I'm trying to wrap my head, like, more around when people compare friendships and, like, relationships to seasons. You know, like, not everybody lasts more than a season. All right, let's draw the next card.
Is it my turn? That's exciting.
Level 1.
Level 1, which is... Do you think I was popular in school? Explain.
I
Alright,
don't-
it's taking too long. It's okay, we can just move on.
I don't really believe in popular.
I think
honestly.
popularity is just really dumb.
Do I seem like a cat or a dog person?
Yeah. I mean, I think I've just known you as a dog person because you've always had dogs, but I see you either way.
Okay, fair enough.
I
I like both cats and dogs.
Yeah,
I've never actually owned a cat, but I think
Wait,
cats are
really?
cool. Yeah.
Oh, I hate cats. Sorry. Well, because they're just so sassy, and I feel like I have to have. I'm not like the biggest pet person. Like if I know you and you are my pet, then yes. But like if I walk,
what do you mean?
Sorry.
If I know you.
If you are my pet, if hypothetically Emma was my pet,
I'm just saying, I have to have like a connection to it. I have to feel like the animal sees me. I used to get really weird like with like around babies and younger kids because I realized that adults will often talk to babies, like speak with babies the same way they speak with dogs. Like, hi, so good to see you. Well, and I remember feeling creeped out about it. Like now I'm a lot better with the younger kids, but before I'm like, I'm not, what?
talk to the kids like they were adults. Like just, yo, what up? Yeah, bro, your sandwich is ready.
And they'd be like, dog, what you doing? All right, let's draw. The next question, okay, kind of unrelated. I had a job over the summer, and I basically one of my coworkers was British.
Why is that important to the story at all?
They were British. You know those Brits.
No, but
Sorry.
but basically, I've kind of adopted this thing where I will kind of say certain words in a British accent, like okay, like all right, whatever. And then I'll move on. Like it's just like a little more emphasis to like a specific word, and it's not supposed to be derogatory or anything. But I started doing it, and she was like speaking normally in her accent, and then I would speak back to her, like so she'd be like, "Anna, do you know where the papers are?" And I'm like, "I think they're right here." Well, no, and it was just like awkward though, because she would look at me like, wait, and then I realized, oh my god, because she kept like there were certain words that she would say. She might have even slipped blimey in, and I was like, wait, hold on. And I was like, oh my gosh, she's actually British, yeah.
She's actually British.
yeah.
No.
It's not fake.
I thought it was just that
British people are real.
She's real.
What was the connection?
because I just spoke in a British accent.
Oh,
yeah.
I was like,
I said, all right.
I very much do like pick up things that other people say though. Like I'm convinced 80% of my vocabulary is from my friends or people like I look up to or people I think are cool. I just adopt things that they do.
nothing is
All the
original
time.
ever.
Level 3, reflection. What about me most surprised you?
I can't even think about that like about anybody. I feel like when you first meet someone, you're just like building their personality as you go in your head.
But
so
we've known each other for a
Well,
while.
no, I
since
know.
School. Oh my god, she's Asian. Level 3, reflection. What do you admire most about me?
I think it's really cool that you like do a lot of things. Like you make
yeah, I see
music
that.
and you have a podcast and you like write poetry and stuff.
Yeah, and everybody knows who Anna is.
Yeah,
Like,
it's like
it's
Anna.
yeah.
I feel like you were just like I already forgot what the question was and where I was going with this. Okay,
That was my
favorite. I was like connecting it to something. No, I like the fact that I feel like just like you talk to everyone. Like you're just down to just have a good conversation with like whoever, and I feel like you don't care about like who it is that you're talking to. You're talking to band kids right now. It's kind of
Yeah, that's embarrassing for you.
I don't know. I feel like you just do a lot of stuff, and you just like are a genuine person, and you just care.
Appreciate that. I'll just combine it. I do have specific people in mind for like coming onto the podcast just because anybody can speak, but not everybody has that space where they can take in other people's opinions and just is willing, I think, to contribute to a good conversation. And so when I was creating this podcast, I knew very specifically who I wanted on. It just happened that you guys wanted to come on too, which was pretty cool. But I think both of you guys I feel like you're pretty self-aware and I like the way you treat other people. You know, just keep that up.
Keep it up, guys.
I don't have a lot of friends like Emma. I feel like I don't have a ton of people I can kind of just tell anything, but like be myself and be really stupid around at the same time. And I feel like Emma's definitely one of those people, so I don't know, I admire that about you a lot. I tell Emma everything, like probably way more than she actually wants to hear at this point.
No,
but
I'm here for it.
Share it now.
There's a lot of things I admire about Sydney. I admire the fact that you are like you're so busy all the time. And you like somehow managed all of that. You are constantly doing things. I feel like I've told you this before, but I feel like people are like just naturally drawn to you. I don't know, like everyone just like wants to be friends with Sydney.
oh, that's That's really nice.
But sucks for you guys because I'm already friends with Sydney. We're kind of tight, so get in line.
Sydney, do you want to draw the next question?
Sure. Reflection, level 3. When in this game did you feel the most connected to me? I'll just put this here so we don't forget what it is.
What was the question again?
I felt most connected in the way when you guys were kind of talking about people like coming into your life and stuff. I thought that was kind of interesting.
I feel like just now we do this thing a lot. We like give each other affirmations and like just say like
Really?
With another
like-
friend group.
You guys give each other affirmations?
I promise it's not lame and like weird. I don't know. It's just nice to like tell someone like this is why I love you.
That's super cool. I love that.
Like I enjoy telling people that I care about them because I feel like a lot of the time we don't really get the chance to just like a lot of the time it feels weird to just be like, hey, by the way, this is why I love you, because like I feel like there's not really opportunities to just like casually do that. By the way,
Just so you, yeah.
so yeah, I enjoy getting opportunities like that.
Yeah, I don't know. We just make like a really good environment, and it's more of like a family environment than we're friends, we're high school friends, and like I don't know. I really appreciate that. Like I've had the opportunity to meet people like that where I can make such an amazing environment.
I like what you said though, Emma, about like just kind of making that time to tell people how you feel. I don't think it's ever been not awkward just to kind of share stuff that's personal, but it is really cool when you kind of come around to the fact that there just is no right time, so you just have to make it.
When you're asked how are you, how often do you answer truthfully?
Go.
It depends who asks, I think.
Yeah, definitely. I feel like when I'm like in public and just some random person is like, oh hey, how are you, like
I'm terrible actually.
a lot of the time people aren't genuinely asking. It's just like to be kind. Like if one of my friends was asking me how I am in comparison to just like some random stranger, I feel like that matters. But I feel like sometimes even like if a friend is asking how I am, sometimes I'll like hold back if I don't want to just be like a downer or whatever. But yeah, definitely if it like the closer I am with someone, the more truthful I will be.
There'll also be times when I just don't want to talk about things at all. So she's like, I'm great, I'm doing good, especially with my parents. I feel like I'll get like, oh, how are you? I'm like, oh, I'm doing good.
I think what is kind of more challenging too is that, I mean, we live in a society that just kind of romanticizes like happiness. Like, oh, living my best life and stuff. And so I feel like if we worked harder to create a space where people could just feel and be confused about it, like it's not like one or the other.
Oh yeah, that's a good way of putting that.
Because I feel like you're right. Like there will be a lot of times where I just won't unpack because I don't know if I want to unload all of that.
Yeah, and I think it depends who like I'll be talking to, because like I don't know who's comfortable hearing like what I have to say. Like I have to be really close with someone just because I mean I wouldn't tell Emma something that Emma would be uncomfortable with, obviously. So just a friend like someone I just met, or even someone that like I'm not quite sure how they would react. I don't need to dump that on people. Like it's none of their business.
Level 3, reflection. What has this conversation taught you about yourself?
I wasn't ready for that. What is this conversation time?
You have like 20 seconds.
20 whole seconds. I don't know. Emma, you go.
Wow.
Emma's good at just improvising.
I don't know. I feel like getting like different perspectives on things. Like when I was like, oh, I feel like this can happen for a reason, or like meeting people and I was like, yeah, I don't like totally believe in that, but like this is my perspective. I feel like, I don't know, it's nice to like hear other people's perspectives on things. It can help me think differently about like how I'm thinking, and like having like little conversation starter deck thingies to get us talking about stuff.
Nice.
Personally, I think it's very validating to hear that other people feel, I mean, kind of the same about most of the stuff I feel like. Like, I don't know, I just feel like the stuff that we've talked about today is not really stuff I would talk about like in my everyday life. So I don't know, it's been kind of nice just having conversations with people.
I love that. And I think one of the reasons that I was kind of attracted to starting a podcast was because I really liked Socratic seminars when we used to do them in school.
I actually did too.
I know, so did I.
And really, I didn't give a shit about the book. Like, let's be honest, I can't do this. The book with the fires, nah. Fahrenheit 4. Oh, gosh. No, I can't do it.
The Giver?
Tangerine?
Oh my god.
It's all coming back. Woo! All right, guys, thank you so much for being on the Honestly Noted podcast.
Thank you for having us.
Yes.
Woohoo! Bye. See you next time.
Bye.
Why am I the only one waving?
I'm so yeah. First of all,
Whoa.
I want to slam my head. Can I? But we're okay now, right?
Yeah.
Believes there's still birds.
Do you want to do the thing with us holding up the sign? I actually hate Anna. I did not have an enjoyable time being here. There's nothing in these cups. They're empty. There's nothing there. I'm starving. Actually, she wouldn't let me eat before I came. So actually, I'm dying. I can hear my stomach over the sound of the microphone. So there's that. It smells bad in here. It smells like in this garage. I am not happy, and I would very much like to go home and take a nap because I've been up since 2 a.m. So, yeah.
Gonna be honest, I don't even know Anna. She kind of just walked up to me one time and was like, hey, I'm starting this podcast. Like, do you want to be on it? And I was like, oh yeah, of course, girl. But I don't know her. We don't, like, who even, I had not heard of her before meeting, but it's okay. We made it work, you know. We've got our cups that say fall. You have the thing that says pencils. You know, it's really cute and really aesthetic. She tried her best. Definitely would not come back on. Maybe if Anna wasn't on it, then I would consider, but yeah, I don't know. Didn't have the best time, but it's okay. Everyone tries new things. There was an effort being made, but I'm not coming back.
I had such a good time. Like they were really nice to me, and I think we might be best friends, but I don't know. They're so nice to me. Except Sydney kind of didn't. I don't know. Maybe we're not friends. I thought we were. Emma kept forgetting my name though. She called me Anne. It's not Anne. it's Anna. But I think we're friends. This is the dumbest shit I've ever